And we're going to be finding out who we've got next
I can see Shaneak sitting down.
We have Streakz versus Shaneak.
This
is going to be an
I
interesting
hyped up the last set. This one, this might be a banger. Inkling Fox, they simply destroy each other. Fox has some of the largest booyah ranges in the game because of his fast fall speed. But Streakz is just fast, and he can kill at any point, really. You know, Shaneak still needs to work for those booyahs and those back airs off stage, but Streakz will just play his own game.
It's going to be a very, very fast-paced match, and we're going to see stocks fly left and right.
Yeah.
Inkling versus Fox, always a fun matchup to watch. Anything with Fox, really. Inkling as well. You know what? Just anything with the two of those characters. I'm a big fan of both.
And Streakz obviously won New Era 3, our last chance qualifier yesterday, so got his share of the prize pot from that tournament individually, but he also proved that he was better than everyone else. Basically, he had 2 dreadful matchups for Fox in a row. Had to fight the Kazuya Mishima of Mittens. Went to Game 5 last hit, but he prevailed. Had to fight Mr. Game & Watch of Bulby. Another awful matchup for Fox, and also got Judge 9'd in a game that he was winning, but did win in that 5th scenario. And once those 2 players with those dreadful Fox matchups were out of the way, he simply never struggled again. Before or after, he swept everyone. He was one of the people who you would very much expect to see get automatically invited to the finale, but he didn't, because Streakz seems very against the methodology of the UKIE circuit, i.e. very averse to traveling. Doesn't enter much, not even weeklies when he has Meltdown at his doorstep. Streakz, you have to enjoy him when he's around because you won't see him very often, but when he appears, he, for example, takes T to Game 5 over in UFA, beating his Kazuya Mishima on Final Destination. Streakz can beat almost anybody out there, but will he be able to beat someone who did qualify directly in Shaneak?
We'll see. Neither player is a slouch in the slightest. And this could go either way. I believe, oh, never mind. The Dragon's Den was Solid's gamer, not Shaneak. So I was saying, I believe they played recently, but I am completely mistaken. So we'll see how this goes.
Also absent from that legendary Tea Party run that Shaneak did. I could not tell you if the two have ever played before, but
neither could I.
I would lean on the side of no. They're both from similar-ish regions, but it doesn't matter what region Streakz is in because he doesn't go to anything anyway. Like, he'll always go to a Team Regen event and occasionally a big major if it's in London, but you simply have to catch him where the action is.
Yeah, their overlap doesn't seem all too likely, but, well, we have one now, so see what happens as they lock in. What stage do you reckon we'll see?
Stadium 2. Streakz hates doing stage bans, just like Curry Governor in that sense. He'll have proposed it, and it will be up to Shaneak to say no.
Well, I mean, I can see why Curry hates stage bans, because when he plays Cloud, he can just go Gentleman PS2.
Listen, let's not
and
overthink it.
It works for him. That's where he wants to go.
I'll always say yes.
I know, so
you can have it, King.
But so will I. I don't care. But yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to say what I see on the character select screen because I'm imagining it's just a case of the controller has been left in the wrong place rather than an intentional character select. But maybe the chance of Inkling has dropped about 10%. But
in favor of who?
I'm going to ignore. I'm not going to tell you because it's not going to come true anyway, we think. But if it does, well, I knew. But this is just going to be hard to predict because Streakz has come off the back of a huge win at New Era 3, had one of the hardest photos we've ever seen with a trophy. Yeah. Check out VerdJack's photo of that on the Team Regen socials and VerdJack's own platforms. And by the way, seeing as he's a TO for this event, get yourself a pre-order on the Smash UK yearbook.
I still need to get around to that. I'll admit.
I was straight in line. I didn't want to see him disappear, but our very own Team Regen photographer is in March releasing a physical book with all the photographs that he and all the other UK photographers have worked on at events that were part of this circuit. That includes this event. That's why the book will enter production after this event because we need to we need to crown our circuit champion and see who it's going to be. And
I think
take plenty of pretty
pre-orders,
pictures, but
they end February 19th?
Yep, I believe that's the case.
February 19th. So get them in by then.
£25,
yes.
and
just
a teeny bit of postage on top of that, but plenty reasonable. So, if you're part of Smash UK, why would you not want one? It's a physical reminder of what the year 2022 and even this little bit of 2023 was like. I can't wait to see that in my hands. So check that out on Team Regen's socials and VerdJack. Now we're going to go back to the gameplay, and you know what? The 10% came true. He was hovering Pyramithra on purpose. I didn't believe it. The Shaneak Pyramithra is real. It's his genuine secondary. But to go for it at the start of the set, that to me is a little crazy.
Yeah, I would have thought maybe we'd see an attempt on the Inkling, but I guess maybe just really has no faith in that matchup. Or maybe just thinks Aegis is a lot better.
Or maybe just knows that he'd win with it, because that's currently what's happening between Shaneak and Streakz. Streakz, again, someone who was so barely threatened yesterday. Only the absolute worst of matchups could do it, but maybe Pyramithra is one of those matchups that Fox will have a particularly hard time with. Or it could just simply be the level of Shaneak being on another level today.
Yeah, maybe so. It seems it has been working quite well in this first stock. 122% to 74. We'll see how this keeps up. Will this Aegis lose steam? Is it just does it hit just like a flashbang, just kind of boom in your face, and then you slowly adjust it, or will it keep this upper hand?
I think it's also one of those where Mythra will do really well against Fox, but I think Pyro will do particularly badly against Fox in comparison to how she does against the other top tiers. Gets that kill with a forward tilt, but frame data is so important when you're against Fox, and Pyra simply does not have that. Shaneak will want to use Pyra absolutely as little as possible and otherwise rely on Mythra. There are plenty of matchups in this game where you can actually get away with just using Pyra's big aerials to play her in isolation, but I would hazard a guess this maybe isn't one of them.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Mythra
will definitely be able to keep up with Fox and then some, but if you'll only want to bring out the Pyra in the situation where you really want that kill, or it's the perfect percent to finally think about killing, because Fox is just going to run around Pyra. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, really interesting scenario just there as well. Getting the foresight in the air. Shaneak lands in the perfect place to punish Streakz' landing, but opts for an up tilt which hits from behind before the front. So Streakz still had enough time to fast fall with Fox, the big falling speed, and get the shield out before the up tilt finished. If Shaneak went for a grab, he would have had another hit for sure. But instead, actually beating out the foresight, you could say, but Prominence Revolt will beat just about anything. That move is strong.
Yep, very, very strong move. Keeping Shaneak in the lead as he looks to continue this momentum and take game one.
Shaneak, though, has left quite a lot of openings, it has to be said. A dash attack into shield on the first stock. That Chroma Dust in center stage just now as well. Oh my word. Well, it doesn't matter how many openings you leave if you just kill with Prominence Revolt this quickly. But if Shaneak can tighten it up and leave less openings, then he might be able to win game 2 as well.
And
for now, game 1 is easily his.
Up smash finding its mark on that platform. No Pyra needed at all that last stock. That will be game 1 going to Shaneak.
Yeah, we even did see some Pyra on that stock. It was just in the middle.
Or no Pyra needed to take the kill.
Yes, exactly. Used it to recover and also get some extra chip damage. So the Mythra is absolutely sticking around. You're never going to see Streakz change characters. He used to co-main Fox and Wolf. He was even a Mario in the Smash 4 days, but now he has fully committed to just being Fox, because he's so pressure-based and so momentum-based. You don't want to be switching up your character all the time and destroy your own pressure, your own momentum. That was the decision Streakz came to, and it was immediately validated at Boss Battles for Glory when he beat Rafflo, was it?
Yes.
Crazy stuff.
Though at the moment, we're currently seeing 0 points each on the scoreboard for the two of these players, as if Shaneak never even took a game, but if you're just tuning in right now and are confused, yes, Shaneak is up again.
And
we see it
fighting
updated
with Pyra at the moment quite willingly as well.
Yeah, a lot of Pyra usage right now. Interesting.
I'm interested to know what the mentality behind that would be. I know one of the most common scenarios you swap into Pyra is to snap to ledge more easily than Mythra would be able to do, and that's the main way we saw Shaneak swapping to Pyra in the last game. But here he just kind of fancied it, I think, and just played her. Didn't really work, granted. Like, he got a couple of hits, but then had a long period without doing anything. But you would expect to see the Fox up smash. Instead, we got the Mythra down smash, and we reset for a Pyra F tilt. So now Streakz will keep things alive. The up smash misses again. I can't think of any Streakz F up smashes we've seen hit in, like, ages. Not meant to be a joke. Yeah. No, sorry, didn't mean it, but, you know, I need to see it. There's one that's a trade. Streakz, we almost got tired of seeing up smash yesterday. There's one finally landing its mark, but Streakz didn't need to bother coming up with any other kill ideas because it just worked on the entirety of the New Era bracket. Now here at the finale, it's actually starting to get shown up a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Despite that being Fox's specialty, we're seeing next to no near up smash combos, and I guess we're moving into a bracket of people who are very good at playing around that, and it's showing. It's having its effect. Shaneak has continued to hold the same lead that he's had even back in game 1.
And Chroma Dust, actually, Firefox is powerful enough to go through that, but I like the idea of the extra coverage. Well, Foresight getting you out of a tricky situation there. You needed that, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. However, percent's not too bad right now, but we are looking at Pyra, and this character can kill by accidentally hitting you.
Yes.
So we'll see. And with such a small shield, definitely reason to be nervous.
Goes for another dash attack. That's something that Shaneak has tried with Pyra twice now. Hasn't found any success with it. Hasn't strictly been punished too badly either, but Prominence Revolt out of shield is easily the way to go when Streakz is going all aggro on you.
Yep, back to Mythra now that the job is done.
Well, back to even.
Back to even.
We are seeing the Streakz up smashes finally after waiting so long. They are definitely finding their mark now. Shaneak's back in the lead, and that matters so much.
48% off of that combo. I thought Mythra was a character that didn't really hit hard, but was fast. Seems she can do both.
Yep, she'll just hit you a lot of times. And again, a lot of that is Fox just having that fall speed to fall further into Mythra combos. She can't actually go too high up necessarily with her jumps without committing to an up B. But Fox just is staying in those positions where he's going to get more combos hit on him.
Yep. And 82% to 79, still dead even on this last stock. However, one of them, I reckon, is in a lot more danger if you're staring down a character like Pyra. That will definitely be out very, very soon. The minute that Shaneak gets some control.
There he is.
There we go.
All right, but now it's also got to be the chance for Streakz to say, right, slower frame data, I'm going to try and attack. But Shaneak says, no, I'm going back to Mythra. That up air from Pyra didn't kill. I'm going to kill with up smash instead. 2-0 up to Shaneak. No inkling involved.
Not at all.
Crazy.
And that up smash will find its mark, completely finishing off Streakz' second or last stock, moving 2-0 up on Shaneak's side.
And it was ideal scenario as well because he had a situation where Pyra landed a kill move but it didn't kill. You don't want to be playing her any longer than necessary against someone like Streakz who will just abuse your slower attacks and come and up smash you.
Yeah.
But here it worked, not using the same skin as the previous 2 games, perhaps by mistake, but Shaneak is just going to have to win it with the slightly more recognizable Mythra and Pyra instead. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I mean, you refused to tell me what character pick was coming out because you didn't believe it. Yeah. And honestly, if you told me, I would have shook my head and said, nah, we're definitely seeing the Inkling, but Inklings just has not been needed at all.
We'll just see it later, I guess. We saw it in the first Shaneak set of the day. It's not like he's dropped the thing, but says for Streakz in particular, this is my answer. However, Streakz' answer is just simply to get better, and that's what he's doing right now. He will always be Fox all day long, and now it is starting to work.
Yep, Shaneak just has been spent this stock by the ledge and just has not been let off it. And now we've moved over to the other ledge where Shaneak is also not being let off.
Single blaster, what was the idea there? I'm not sure, but it he got away with it, so you know better than I, Streakz. But right now, Shaneak has Fox off stage, and the down air threat is always looming, even when Pyra's behind. She's a little heavier as well, so that makes surviving the back air easier. And the reversal of the Chroma Dust is huge.
Wow, and that's going to be the stock tail.
Shaneak back in the lead again, and were Streakz to lose this, we'd consider that an upset. Were Streakz to get 3-0'd, that would be unprecedented. Never would have seen this coming at all.
I would expect at most to have seen, like, if it were to be an upset, a Game 5 upset, not just a complete 3-0. Like, just a complete dismantling of just a set.
Yeah, we're going to force Streakz into a loser's run, potentially, which is something he did not have to deal with yesterday in New Era 3 whatsoever, but I can imagine it being a big one. For now, Shaneak, the air dodge has been used. Has the double jump been used as well? I believe so. So now could have gone for a down air, and it was attempted, but a little too late. Didn't trust the spacing to land on the stage before actually getting the hitbox out.
No.
Well,
that is
favorite move time.
This is looking absolutely dire. 2 stocks at 0% versus 1 stock 0%.
Yeah.
An entire stock to overcome if you even want to make it even tail.
The crowd is still absolutely alive for Streakz as well, cheering on the guy just as they were all the way through yesterday. But Shaneak does not care one bit. He is winning, and he intends to keep it that way. Again, the extra weight of Pyra means that up smash was livable. The difference in weight is only small, but I feel like when it's combined with fall speed, it matters on a Fox up smash way more than it would in most other situations. I do genuinely think that's a situation where Mythra might have died, but she will die to a back air instead.
And that back air will find its mark, and now we are but a last stock. Bit even percent now. We'll see what happens.
Yep, and the blazing end is used once again. So we get the first Streakz lead that we saw since the start of the game. This is very encouraging stuff for Streakz, but Shaneak will know, A, I did that stock on game 1 where I just brought it back with a Chroma Dust, and B, sometimes I might just kill you with Pyra. And that would be the end of the stock right there and then, and actually gets down air into up air. There's the Fox Illusion expended as well. Shaneak's going to need to read where Streakz is going to be next. Can you finish the job, or is Streakz going to break through that barrier? And the Nair of Shaneak has done it. Wow, wow, wow. Not even an up air, because it would have, you would have landed before the move finished. He says specifically to get a hitbox out while Streakz runs in, I need to do the Nair, and it is enough to KO.
Yeah, what was that? What was that even the kill Nair?
Yeah, literally Nair.
What at that percent? That's just not okay. But still.
Not really, but Shaneak will be happy, and we'll be moving on